Hi, I'm Michael Sills, Athletic Director for Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation. Thank you for registering your child in our youth sports program. We want every child to have a safe and enjoyable experience, so we have prepared some basic information about Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation programs, policies, and procedures, as well as frequently asked questions to give you a better understanding of what to expect and what you can do to help your child have a safe and successful season. Thank you.
Being a sports parent can be a tough job. I have 3 children that play competitive sports, so I get how challenging parental involvement is in those youth sports. It requires a lot of balance between cheering them on and refraining from coaching from the stands or arguing with the ref. Here at Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation, we want to help parents understand their role and how to help maximize that child's positive experience. So we went straight to the source.
I remember one time when the kid got injured and the parents started standing up on the bleachers and yelling at the ref and saying, "How could you let them do that to my son?" It was totally distracting and I was kind of confused. She probably should have just went on the court and checked on her son.
I remember during a volleyball game, a girl from my team served the ball and it hit the net, and the dad stood up and was yelling and cussing at the referees because they gave the other team a point, which is what they're supposed to do. This affected the game because now the girl was embarrassed and she couldn't play well anymore, and it affected me because I was embarrassed for my team.
I remember this one time where this parent was throwing an object at the ref because of the call he made. The parent was mad and frustrated and wanted a different call. And it was very embarrassing for the other team because that was really juvenile. And I thought that it was a little bit frightening because that I didn't want anything else to happen. What I think she should have done was go outside and calm herself and come back when she was ready.
I remember one time we were playing a game from a team from another rec center, and an official made a call and the parents totally overreacted about the play. And then the parents, they just stood up, started yelling, cursing, all this stuff at the officials. And it was very frustrating, and I was very overwhelmed with all the screaming and yelling and cursing because it was very distracting, and I felt really bad for the other team because that kind of put them in a bad light. Something I think that the parents should know is they need to remain calm. They cannot change anything on the field. They're not in the shoes of us players or the umps, and they need to know that arguing and cursing and all that stuff will not change what is going on in the game.
I remember one time I was playing football and the quarterback handed me the ball and I was running straight through the middle of everyone. I moved past one person, then I was running, and I kept running until I reached the end zone. And then all the parents on my team were cheering me on, and even the parents on the other team were cheering me on because it was a good play, and it just made me feel really happy.
I remember one time I caught a pop fly, and it made me feel really good. The people from the other team were cheering, even their parents were cheering, and people from my team and the parents were cheering me on, and it made me feel really good. It pumped the whole team up, and my dad's a coach, and I saw him smile, and it made me smile even more.
I want my parents to be supportive of me and my team and not start drama, and I want the other parents to just be happy.
Parents, please remember, these are kids. This is a game. The coaches are volunteers, and those umpires are human. So please let the coaches coach, the the refs referee, and the fans cheer. For a copy of our official rules, please visit our website at www.fcpr.us or call your local recreation center.
Hello, my name is James McMillan and I'm the Recreation Division Manager for Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation. Over the years, I've had various roles from spectator, scorekeeper, counselor, official, coach, and manager, but none more important than the role I share with you as parent. Parental guidance is vital in the development of our children, and with positive parental involvement, youth athletics can foster necessary qualities and traits that will help your child be successful in life. Distinguishing attributes such as character, ethics, teamwork, accountability, sportsmanship, and confidence all are part of a desirable skill set that can be acquired through youth sports. As parents, we have the responsibility to lead our children by example. And believe me, our children emulate what they see. Children are very creative, but they seldom do anything that they haven't seen an adult do first. That's why it's so important that we, as parents, adhere to the expectations listed in the Parks and Recreation's Code of Conduct. Treat everyone with dignity and respect. Use appropriate language, volumes, and tones. Become knowledgeable and supportive of all guidelines and rules. Cheer in a positive manner, and when in doubt, you guessed it, remain silent. As a parent, I know you, just like me, are very proud of your children. Now it's our turn to make our children proud of us.
What does Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation do to keep their children safe?
That's a great question, Brittany. In light of all of the events in the national media recently, Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation has recognized the need to educate not only our coaches, but our players, parents, and spectators about the importance of detecting child abuse. Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation also offers a program to all of our after-school children that educates them about different types of behavior and teaches them the importance of speaking out about inappropriate behavior and actions and who they can contact in times of need.
Now tell me, Jessica, what can parents do to keep their children safe?
Brittany, there's a number of things that parents can do to try to keep their children safe. First and foremost, parents, become knowledgeable of signs of child abuse, perpetrators, prevention methods, and warning signs. Educate your child on what's appropriate and inappropriate behavior and also what they can do in questionable situations. Make sure that you talk to your child and also provide enough time and attention for them when they are trying to tell you something. They need to know that they can come to you with information or questions about anything. Make sure that you know the adults and children with whom your child is spending time. Be careful about allowing your child to spend time alone or in out-of-the-way places with other adults or children. Immediately contact the Recreation Center if you suspect that your child or someone else's child is being abused.
The Junior Official and Junior Scorekeeping Program here with Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation is a collaboration between Youth Development and the Athletic Department. This gives teens the opportunity to learn how to keep score as well as officiate sports. This opportunity is available for teens 14 to 18 years old. It's a 6-week program that teaches life skills, conflict resolution, as well as decision making.
I'll say being a junior official can help you during life, if you want to go to college, if you want to get a job, things like that. It will help you along your way. Being a junior official, you have to be on time, be respectful, know what you're doing at all times, and just be aware of things that's happening.
We have many opportunities from kids beginning at age 14 all the way through to the adults that allow them to officiate, sometimes for the very first time. For the junior officials, ages 14 to 17, we have a great developmental and educational program where they go through life skills, training for rules, and then scrimmages just before they get onto the field or onto the court to officiate. These are 14 to 16-year-olds quite nervous when they get out there, but they get out there and it takes a lot of courage to do that.
Some of the challenges are the parents and the coaches yelling at you at certain plays when things go wrong or if a kid gets hurt on the field.
Of course, parents are hard because they like to get in your face and you don't understand how to handle that. Your confidence level has to be extremely high. You have to stand your ground. I was young when I started. I was 14. I'm almost 19 now, so I've been doing it for a while. You learn that it's a community around you and you work with the same refs and your scorekeepers and you have to work together as a team. So it's definitely been fun for me and I love it.
Oftentimes as spectator fans, when we come out to watch our family members and our friends to play their sports on weeknights and weekends, we get quite excited and sometimes we can be very loud. And it's great when you're loud and get excited. We just hope that we can ask you to be very encouraging to the players and shout out positive comments. As players, coaches, and officials, it's a very nerve-wracking opportunity to come out and get on the floor and get out on the field and have you come out there and watch us. But we look forward to it and it's so exciting. So we'd like to leave you with a simple thought. Let the players play. Let the coaches coach and let the officials officiate. We encourage you always to shout out positive comments and let them all know that you're enjoying the game. Officials are going to be nervous out there just like the players. We're not going to get everything right, but we will be impartial and we'll do our very best to make the game enjoyable and fair.
Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation would like to thank you for participating in our parents' meeting and for allowing your child to participate in our sports programs. We hope that this meeting has been informative of how our programs operate. We at Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation truly believe that the lives of youngsters can be positively impacted by their participation in sports and physical activities if the adults involved have proper training and information. Complete copies of the rules and regulations for all youth sports are available at your local recreation center and on the Fayetteville-Cumberland Parks and Recreation website at www.fcpr.us. Again, thank you for the trust you have instilled in us with your children or loved ones. We want to ensure that your child has a safe and enjoyable experience. Have a great season!